Good morning, everyone. I'm excited to welcome you all to today's presentation. Today, we'll be exploring the inspiring theme of heritage hubs, celebrating cultural pride in Attmnirbhar, Bharat. We'll look at how India is preserving its rich cultural legacy while building a self-reliant future through community-driven efforts. Over the next few minutes, we'll delve into the importance of heritage conservation, cultural empowerment, and how these initiatives are shaping a proud and self-sufficient India. Let's get started. Let's take a closer look at Attmnirbhar Bharat, which translates to a self-reliant India. This is a vision deeply rooted in both self-sufficiency and cultural pride. It was launched in 2020 by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and it signifies India's bold commitment to becoming a self-sustaining nation. The idea is to honor our rich roots while simultaneously embracing progress and modern development. This vision is not just about economics. It's about transforming how India interacts with its cultural assets. Heritage is seen as both a core part of our identity and a driver of economic growth. By doing this, we aim to create opportunities that benefit our communities and showcase our culture on the global stage. Now, let's talk about the core principles that guide this vision. The first is vocal for local, which encourages us to champion indigenous products and traditions. It's about supporting local artisans, farmers, and small businesses so they can thrive. Next is local to global. This principle focuses on scaling Indian crafts and culture to international markets. It's about taking what is uniquely Indian and sharing it with the world, creating new opportunities for growth and recognition. Finally, cultural heritage remains a pillar of our national identity and economic strength. Our heritage is not just about preserving the past, it's about leveraging our cultural assets to build a stronger, more self-reliant India. Overall, Attmnirbhar Bharat is a comprehensive effort to blend tradition with modernity, making sure our cultural pride and economic development go hand in hand. Heritage hubs are truly vital centers that play a key role in preserving India's rich cultural legacy. When we talk about preservation centers, we're referring to dedicated spaces that actively safeguard our architectural marvels, art forms, and historical narratives. These centers are not just about protecting the past, but also about ensuring these treasures are conserved for future generations. Moving on to cultural workshops, these are living laboratories. They provide a space where traditional crafts, performing arts, and indigenous knowledge are practiced and passed down. It's about keeping these living traditions alive and vibrant, allowing communities to connect with their roots in a hands-on way. Finally, community catalysts are the engines of local economic development. They foster a sense of cultural pride, promote sustainable tourism, and empower artisans and local communities. These hubs don't just preserve culture, they actively contribute to the community's growth and well-being. Overall, these heritage hubs are interconnected. They protect our heritage, keep traditions alive, and stimulate local economies, all of which are essential to celebrating and sustaining India's diverse cultural landscape. The challenge we face is balancing cultural pride with the realities of modernization. Urbanization pressures are a major concern. Rapid city growth and increased globalization threaten the very heritage sites that define our identity. Many monuments are at risk of neglect, encroachment, or deterioration, which could lead to losing these treasures forever. Another critical issue is the documentation deficit. Despite the richness of our cultural assets, systematic recording is often incomplete. Without proper documentation, many traditional practices and architectural details risk being forgotten, slipping away into history. We also see a disconnect within communities, especially among younger generations. They're becoming less engaged with traditional crafts and heritage knowledge, creating a growing gap in cultural custodianship. If this trend continues, future generations might not have the same connection to their roots. Lastly, there's a sustainability gap. Many traditional practices and crafts lack economically viable models. This means that local artisans and custodians often struggle to sustain their work financially, which puts these cultural practices at further risk of disappearing. All these challenges highlight how urgent it is to find innovative solutions that preserve our cultural pride while adapting to modern realities. Let's delve into Attmnirbhar Bharat's solutions for empowering our heritage hubs. First, we have integrated conservation. This approach combines heritage preservation with economic self-reliance. Essentially, we're creating a synergy where protecting our cultural sites also supports sustainable development, helping communities thrive while safeguarding their history. Next is the Jan Bajadari model, which emphasizes community-driven efforts. Instead of outsiders just observing, local residents become active participants and champions of their heritage. This fosters a sense of ownership and pride, making preservation a collective effort. Finally, we have digital innovation. By leveraging advanced technology like 3D documentation, virtual archives, and global digital outreach, we're making our heritage accessible to everyone worldwide. This not only preserves our sites digitally, but also opens new avenues for education, tourism, and cultural exchange. Together, these strategies tie into the broader goal of making heritage preservation sustainable, inclusive, and future-ready. Let's talk about a remarkable example of digital heritage preservation, the Inheritage Foundation's work. Founded by visionary architects Hemu and Geetanjali Bharadwaj, this organization has truly revolutionized how we document our heritage across India. They've managed to scale their efforts significantly, having documented over 200 heritage sites spanning 12 different states. That's a huge achievement in terms of breadth and impact. What makes their work even more impressive is their use of advanced technology. They employ 3D scanning, photogrammetry, and high-resolution photography, tools that allow for millimeter-precise preservation. This means every tiny detail of these sites is captured with incredible accuracy, which is vital for restoration and study. Another key aspect is their open access approach. They've created an open-source platform that democratizes heritage knowledge, making it accessible for education, research, and restoration efforts worldwide. This openness ensures that the rich cultural heritage they document isn't locked away, but can be shared and utilized by everyone. Overall, the Inheritage Foundation exemplifies how technology and accessibility can come together to preserve our shared cultural legacy for future generations. Let's talk about community empowerment and sustainable tourism. One of the key strategies here is skill development. By offering targeted training programs, we can help local artisans and self-help groups learn heritage conservation techniques and master traditional crafts. This not only preserves our rich cultural heritage, but also equips communities with valuable skills that can generate income. Moving on to heritage tourism, community-led heritage walks and tour are a fantastic way to showcase local culture. These initiatives create sustainable livelihoods for residents while providing authentic cultural experiences to visitors. Importantly, they also foster a sense of pride among community members, strengthening their connection to their heritage. Finally, supporting festivals is a vital part of this approach. When the government and NGOs back cultural festivals and craft promotion initiatives, it aligns perfectly with Attmnirbhar Bharat's goals. Such support helps promote local art and craft, boosts the economy, and reinforces our cultural identity. Altogether, these efforts contribute to a more empowered community and a sustainable tourism model rooted in our heritage. Let's explore how technology and innovation are playing a key role in bridging tradition and modernity. First, digital platforms have revolutionized heritage preservation by offering virtual experiences and online exhibitions. This means we can instantly connect India's rich cultural treasures with a global audience, raising awareness and appreciation worldwide. Next, educational apps are making heritage learning more accessible and engaging. Mobile applications now facilitate virtual tour, interactive learning, and even crowdfunding for restoration projects, especially appealing to our tech-savvy youth. Finally, heritage entrepreneurship is emerging as a vibrant field. We're inspiring young innovators to start heritage-based startups, which not only help preserve our culture, but also align with initiatives like Make in India, contributing to economic growth. All of these tech-driven approaches are vital in ensuring our cultural legacy remains relevant and dynamic in the modern world. Now, let's look at the impact of these initiatives, where cultural pride truly meets economic growth. We've seen over 50,000 jobs created through heritage hubs, which generate sustainable employment for artisans, guides, and local communities across India. This isn't just about preservation, it's about empowering people and building livelihoods. Additionally, more than 200 sites have been preserved. Monuments and cultural assets are being digitally documented and actively conserved. This ensures that future generations can enjoy and learn from these treasures. And there's a tangible economic benefit too. Heritage tourism is growing at about 15% annually, which boosts local economies and contributes significantly to the national GDP. So ultimately, it's a win-win situation, preserving our rich cultural heritage while fostering economic development and community well-being.